Good morning, guys. Welcome back to True Crime and Tarot. So, this morning, just been kind of laying back and, watching what's been going on YouTube, and can't say I'm surprised at any of it. A lot of drama, tons of it. Pretty disheartening to see, because if we're going to be honest, we have nothing new to report on summer. So I'm seeing creators just literally create their own content. And I don't mean that in a genuine way. I mean the conspiracy theories that are going around, the live streams I'm seeing happen. You guys, I want to play for you guys the lead detective speaking once again, because what he said matters. So we're going to go to that before we get into the other stuff. And here we go with that. Let me pull this up. Okay, so we're going to go here. We'll blow it up. Oh, I stopped him here. So we're going to watch this real quick. Ugh, I hate when this little bar thing gets in my way. Move. Okay. Nope, don't want to export it there. All right.
Well, today, for the first time, we're learning the lead investigator in the Summer Wells case is speaking out. The pressure has been immense on the Hawkins County Sheriff's Office to figure out what happened to a little girl reported missing back in June.
Ansley Daniel has been following this case closely. She has an update. Ansley?
Josh and Sarah, there was frustration, some anger, and the presence of a heavy burden when I sat down with the detective John Pruitt with the Hawkins County Sheriff's Office. He's led this investigation into Summer's disappearance. He told me that as difficult as this case is to work, he is...
Okay, let's stop right there and go back to what she just said about how he was feeling. Lead investigator, how he's feeling.
Summer's disappearance. He told me that as difficult as this case is to work, he is nowhere near giving up.
Oh, we didn't go back far enough. Let's go back further. Sorry.
Some anger and the presence of a heavy...
The frustration and anger. Okay.
Burden when I sat down with the detective John Pruitt with the Hawkins County Sheriff's Office. He's led this investigation into Summer's disappearance. He told me that as difficult as this case is to work, he is nowhere near giving up.
It is a lot to shoulder, it's a lot to burden. We have a missing child that we haven't found yet.
Almost 10 months and so much heartache. And investigators aren't immune from that hurt. The question of what happened to Summer Wells still has no answer.
There haven't been very many cases like this. I have never worked a missing child case with all these
different entities and agencies.
Different entities and agencies involved.
The lead investigator on the case says his days are devoted to finding her.
My day, I check tip line and voicemail when I first get here. I do phone calls and follow-ups on any credible leads I've got. I follow up on anything that I didn't get to a good conclusion the day before. Then I go into my normal caseload of any new cases I've got, follow-ups on them.
They've received nearly 2,000 tips.
I will follow up
2,000 tips.
on everything I can to try to bring closure for this.
Self-proclaimed online investigators and social media sleuths have...
Here we go. Please listen to this very carefully, okay? And I know you guys have, but I just want to be very clear. Self-proclaimed online investigators and social media sleuths have turned this case into a mess of ideas. Okay?
And tips have come in from everywhere across the U.S. and even overseas. That help, Pruitt says, has led to little more than time wasted.
That help has led to little more than time wasted.
extent.
If these people want to help so much, we always accept applications to certify.
Okay, you know what? That was the perfect response. If these people want to help so much, you know, you can put an application. So I love him for saying that. Okay, here's my cousin with Eddie. Okay, sorry about that. Let me just stop sharing my screen here. So, you know, right there. And Jay, I don't know if you're going to agree with me on this. Jesus. Okay, I'm not sharing my screen. My cousin's still texting me. My phone is hooked to my laptop. So any messages I have, they come straight through on the screen. If I'm sharing my screen, not a good idea. But either way, not for any nefarious reasons. Just I don't need everybody in my private text messages. Either way. So Jay, I don't know if you're going to agree with me on this, but what I think he was talking about, hi Mal, is stuff like this. And I do know that I saw you in this last night. So, you know, this kind of stuff. I don't know if anybody watched that. This is Shares Live with Benny last night. And also Shannon was on. If you guys don't know who Shannon is, she is a person that befriended Candace not too long after Summer went missing. And she's been to the Wells property twice. She doesn't have her own YouTube channel or anything like that. I've never seen her make any content about the Wells on her own. But the friendship between her and Candace has ended. I've seen her a lot on Benny's channel. And I don't mind her, to be honest with you. I just don't. I kind of believe a lot of the things that she has said thus far. So, but she did drop a little thing last night that I don't know if she has said this on other live streams. I don't watch every single one of Benny's lives. But she did say last night on Shares Live that she saw the bottle while she was there, a pill bottle, and it had Candace Hare's name on it. That would be greatest. And the date was June 15th, the day Summer went missing, and that it was hydrocodone. And if you don't know what that is Percocet. That's an opioid. You know, opiates, there is a slight difference in them, but they are in the same family as heroin. So there you go with that. But for the most part, I found this stream to be more of a reunion between Cher and Benny. There were things said that I just kind of tilted my head to. You know, Cher admitted that she had asked Benny to publicly bash her. I guess Benny wasn't really up for that. I found that kind of strange because, you know, what that lead investigator just said is this is the kind of stuff I think he's talking about. You know, people get too close to suspects. And I think this is why I really love the way Chris McDonough goes about his business. You know, he conducted the interviews. He didn't try to befriend these people. He wasn't trying to go stay at their house. He wasn't trying to be a spy, be a detective. You know, well, he was a detective, but he wasn't trying to be something he wasn't. And I'm going to leave that alone. I don't like drama with people, but here's another one. This person, Mr. Ernest Keys. I like to call him Ernest Keys. Ernie Shell. Okay. And I believe he's live at this point. You see his chat going crazy right now? You know, to me, Ernie, again, I'll encourage the people that, you know, care about Ernie. You might want to check on this guy. Not sure that he's all right. Okay. I'll say it in the nicest way possible. But it's like he's always got this information, but he never quite gives it out. You know, he sort of builds up this big thing and then nothing happens. And then we have the real crazy stuff. And, that is the conspiracy theories that somehow Rose Bly is still alive and she knows where Summer is. And listen, I can't even go further into that. It's insulting to her children. It's insulting to her family. She is still missing. She has not been found. She is not hiding somewhere. This please. Again, I'll go back to what that lead investigator just said. A lot of wasted time. If you really want to help, they're accepting applications. But other than that, you're a YouTuber. I'll state, what I believe a YouTuber's job is to keep a child's name alive. Can we talk about theories? Yes. Can we talk about credible interviews? And I'll leave that there as to what do you want to decide is a credible interview. I know the interviews that I like to watch, okay, and watch these people and dissect it. But going AKA undercover, Cher did make a comment and said, this is what we all wanted. Well, I'm not in that all. I don't think that anyone should get that close to a suspect. I just don't. If it hasn't helped the case, and it doesn't appear like it has, you're hearing straight from the lead detective on this case that it's made a mess of it. It just has, and I agree. So I do want to go to Grandis here. We're gonna watch Grandis. Am I still sharing my screen? No, I'm not. Okay, so do you agree? You do agree, Jay, or no? I don't know if that was the last thing you said. If you agree, great. I didn't know if you were or not, but I am going to share my screen again, and we're going to go to Grandis here because of what Shannon said last night on Cher's Live about that hydrocodone Percocet bottle that she seen dated for June 15th. And again, she said that, she really didn't want them to know that she had noticed it or anything like that. She didn't touch it. She did nothing. But she saw it. And I want to go back to what Grandis has said here. Let's play this and play the screen up.
I'm Sarah. Diamond officers spent a third day in the Beach Creek community searching for Summer Wells, but no significant results. An Amber Alert to find the missing 6-year-old from Hawkins County remains active. And we're hearing more about what happened the day about that day from her grandmother. Here's Ansley Daniel.
Josh and Sarah, as officers spent another day in Beach Creek searching for Summer, I was out there yesterday and spent some time at the Wells family home on Ben Hill Road. Now, that's where Summer was reported missing from on June the 15th. I actually had a chance to speak with the missing girl's mother, Candace Bly, who again did not want to speak on camera with us, but I did have the opportunity to sit down with her grandmother, Candace Hare, who told me she wants people to hear about her family straight from the source.
That's why I come up here.
Why is this so
Because I
low?
am sick and tired of lies.
Missing Hawkins County 6-year-old Summer Wells' grandmother, Candace Hare, says it was hard to speak on camera as she's been reliving a familiar nightmare.
Rose has been missing for 12 years. I miss her dearly. She's the baby of the family.
Hare's youngest daughter and Summer's aunt, Rosemarie Bly, went missing from Wisconsin on August 21st of 2009.
To go through it again is my granddaughter Summer.
Is that really low to you guys? That's really low to me.
And that's what a lot of people don't understand. Is what a parent goes through, what a grandmother goes through. It's the not knowing is what tears us up. It's the not knowing.
Back in November, her granddaughter's case received national attention on a 2-part Dr. Phil episode, which is why Hare thinks her daughter Candace Bly has continued to shy away from the media.
I think it had to do a lot with Dr. Phil. The way it came out on Dr. Phil when she was out there. I was not out there. I think it.
Over the last almost 9 months, along with her daughter Rose, her granddaughter Summer has now been added to her plea.
That she's found alive.
We have more of that first-time interview, along with a statement from Summer's mother, Candace Bly, and the interview with Hawkins County Sheriff Ronnie Lawson that prompted it all, right now on our website, WJHL.com.
Oh, well, apparently I pulled up the wrong thing. Either way, I wanted the one where she talked about, Summer going to the swimming hole that day, blah, 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 blah. She got the cortisone shot, yada, yada, yada. I don't think that that's the only thing that she got. I don't. I would not be surprised if she got Percocets that day. That's just my theory. But I've always had that in the back of my mind. Like, you didn't just get, inflammatory medicine, which I can't think of the name of it right now, but I believe she got pain pills. She's an older woman. They tend to give it to the elderly more than they will a younger person, because obviously Percocets have been heavily abused. We have a whole heroin epidemic going on, along with a meth epidemic. But, I really just wanted to talk about what law enforcement is actually saying and what's actually going on YouTube. Because what law enforcement is saying and what's going on YouTube are two very different things. And if people don't think that these things that they're saying on YouTube matter, well, they kind of do. Okay? They kind of do when it comes to the case. Because what you're doing is you're turning public opinion one way or another. Whichever side you're on, that's where you're steering people with your commentary. And so if you're telling people that Rose Bly is magically still alive, or she's been found, or she's in hiding, and people believe this, if this goes to trial, I can almost guarantee it will be moved. There will be a change of venue. I don't even know how this case will get a fair trial, to be honest with you. I'm hoping that, the jurors that are picked, the county that is picked, are untainted by YouTube in general. And I'm being very serious about that. I have seen so much insane flip-flopping and all this nonsense. And it's just enough. Again, you're not spies, guys. You're not undercovers. You're none of these things. You are literal YouTubers. Okay? So, Jay Marie, she gets a 6-month supply. Grandis? So if we are to believe what Shannon said, it was refilled on the 15th. That's a little coincidental, don't you think? That prescription in particular, if she gets a 6-month supply and it was refilled on that day, you can't, well, I guess you could tell me anything you want, but it's my belief that Candace was doing something with some pills that day. I believe that. It seems like the whole day was kind of filled with substances. Starting early in the day with the Twisted Teas, with Hunter. I really want to go to Hunter's interview. Hunter's interview is so telling, and in just all kinds of ways. It just is. And, I know there has not been many people a part of this case that have told the truth. In fact, I was even hearing last night, let me bring up Shares Live again. Shannon was saying, was it Shannon or Benny? Shannon or Benny, it was one of them. But they were saying how Robin's husband, had said, like, what the F are you doing to her? Or what, he said that to Robin, like, what the F are you doing? Because she was kind of going behind his back and taking her daughter, to the Wellses and, being around Summer And they said that, she's all about Summer. So even if it meant lying to her husband, that she was still doing that. And I'm just kind of perplexed by that. Okay. Oh. Okay, J. Marie. So J. Marie is saying no. She leaves the state to get her refill. So I'm assuming that she gets her refills in Wisconsin of the 6 months supply and comes back to Tennessee, then leaves again in 6 months, but it runs out before then. Hey, Linda. Hey, Lisa. Okay. So J. Marie again. That's why she had to get some, because Candace takes it and throws her off her 6 months. Yeah, I assume that. In that JHL first interview, I always talk about that. But in that interview, I mean, it was very clear to me that Candace was on some type of, and I suspected it was Percocets, some type of opiate, but I didn't think. I mean, I flirted with the idea that it was heroin, but I was like, no, because if it's heroin, you can't recreationally take heroin. Heroin's a substance that, you physically get dependent upon. You need it every day. So Percocets you can take, and then, you don't have to get fully addicted to them. But she looked like she was on Percocets to me. Linda is just going to be quiet. Well, that would be a first, Linda. That would be a first. And I would prefer that you're not. I love your comments. This little piggy went to the market. First time in your chat. Hello, everyone. Hello to you. If I haven't said hi to Sky. Hi, Sky. Sky saying last night was horrible. Can someone please pull me away from this case? Sky, if I could throw out a rope to you right now and J. Marie could somehow pull us both out of this hole, I am willing to do that. Okay. So it was horrible last night on the farm. Oh, what channel is that? Are you talking about is it called Critter, or what is that channel called? I think I know what you're talking about. That was a channel that why can't I think of the name? What is the name, you guys? I'm not one of those creators don't mention anybody else in the chat, whatever, what's the name of the channel again? Critters on the Farm, I think. J. Marie, steer clear of the farm. Linda, I love you, baby. Yes, we know, Linda. We know. Feeling is mutual. Hello, Sandy. How are you? So we're just going over some stuff here. The drama that's been popping off on Summer's case. It's Summer's case. I really wish that we could get into some type of thing of calling Candace Summer's mom, Don Summer's dad, just to take away their names. Her hair shaving has always bothered me, and I don't give a crap what they say. You cannot tell me that she wanted to be a princess and then also simultaneously wanted her hair shaved. Even if she did get a hold of some clippers and kind of, did a little thing to her hair, Aubrey, my daughter, did the same exact thing. Same thing. Right on the top of her head with her dad's beard trimmers. Okay. So I was not going to shave my daughter's head off. I've had to painfully let it grow back. So, but completely bald, a child that wanted to be a princess, I don't think so. That's my opinion. I don't think so. I'm not buying that. Oh, here we go. J. Marie again. Crime crazy and critters on the farm. Okay. So, yes. They crazy on the farm. Yeah. So, did you guys see this stuff with Candace potentially overdosing and Ernie calling for Narcan? She sounded extremely intoxicated, in my opinion, as usual. Nothing new there. Linda, I subbed to tons of channels yesterday. Oops, I'm going to be quiet. Linda, yeah, speak on it, okay? Sandy. Okay, here we go. Somebody from Wisconsin. Are you from? I'm assuming you're from Wisconsin, Sandy. In Wisconsin, you can only get 10 pills at a time, and it's state reported. Tight tabs on them. Interesting to know. So if she was getting the six-month supply, J. Marie, not trying to grill you here, just asking. But if she's getting that, would she be getting it from Arkansas potentially? Or where? Is she getting it from Tennessee? Or no, you said out of state. So where is she getting this? If that's true, and I don't know the laws with these pills in Wisconsin. So we have Sandy here. Okay, so this little piggy went to the market. I left the farm. I'm never going back. LOL. I'd rather go to the market. Okay, listen. This is what drama does to people. It's heavy enough. Okay, so J. Marie, maybe. That's only what I hear from them. Yeah, so in case you guys don't know, J. Marie has had, she's talked with Candace and stuff like that. She, so she's open about that. And yeah. Oh, there's a lot of F the farms in here. Okay. Yeah, saw that. Uh-huh. Akuna Matata. I love you guys' names today. I just had the same convo about her hair last night. Yeah, there's always going to be something off about that. It does not make sense. They're like literally in the same sentence. Oh, she was like a princess. She loved, beautiful women. Sorry, beautiful women. Well kept women, and but then she wants to shave her hair off. I don't. That does not make sense to me. That's a complete contradiction. Summer did not look happy to me like that. And that's just my opinion again. Yes, Linda. Here's Linda reminding me. If you guys would care to, please hit the thumbs up button. It helps my channel. Thank you, Linda, for the reminder. You're always good for me with that. So a lot of unsubbing last night, it seems like. And I can't really blame you guys. I can't. All I kept thinking about was that investigator's video that I just played. That's important. I mean, they're just really outright saying you are not helping. And if you think you can, you have the chops for this, we're accepting applications. But as of now, none of you are investigators. I will never proclaim to be that. And once again, if you give a crap about Ernie Keys, yes, I said Ernie Keys, okay? They're like one and the same in a different form. But if you're down with him, check on that guy. I don't believe, I feel like the dude is on something or he's off his meds or something's going on there. There's just something very off. There's this constant build up to nothing. And I just keep calling it a nothing burger because that's what he seems to have. I mean, quite frankly, Candace looked really uncomfortable around him, didn't she? I mean, I don't know if she just didn't want to be seen on camera with another dude, but she just seemed uncomfortable. And if Candace Bly is uncomfortable around you, I don't know. I got to question you. I'm serious. Because that woman makes me uncomfortable, You know what I'm saying, Mal? You always get me. Mallory always gets me. Akuna Matata. Not an investigator, but I've seen every episode of SVU. Yeah. I think too many people have, just fancied themselves. They've just, because they speak about cases and, speak in a positive way of victims like Mary and Jeannie, they suddenly believe themselves to be advocates. Okay, see, here's why I get tongue-tied, because I'm like, what do I say to this? You know, oh, geez. Let's look up the definition. Let's just look it up real quick. What is the definition of an advocate? We must know. Does all it take is just saying that you're one, or what is that about? So definition, I'm looking up on my phone just so you guys know, of an advocate. I can't even believe that we have to do this, but we have to do this. Okay, well, you proved me wrong. Here's the definition. It is a person who publicly supports or recommends a particular cause or policy. Okay, so fair enough. I guess you don't have to have any credentials to call yourself an advocate. You just have to publicly support something. Good to know. I guess I'm an advocate of violence against women. I guess I'm an advocate against violence against children. I guess I'm an advocate against, SA of children, because I publicly talk about those things. So I guess that's what it takes. J. Marie, I definitely wouldn't want to be an investigator on this case. Too many crazies. Yeah, because something that Ronnie Lawson said about social media bothered me. And it was, he was like, oh, I don't pay attention. None of that stuff. And I'm just thinking, well, there's a lot of stuff. But in all reality, it just seems like a big game to a lot of creators. That's what I'm telling you. I've talked about this before, but when I came onto this platform, I feel like I was really green, like really wet behind the ears, because I didn't get it. I didn't see like the dark world, dark side of this. I just wanted to report on cases and talk about cases, share theories with people and stuff like that. But what I've seen has just been a nightmare. I mean, it's just, Yes, Lisa. Okay, so there we go. We're all advocates here. I'm an advocate for Summer, not her parents then. Exactly. There you go. So, Mallory, I doubt Robin told her to shave her head so she wouldn't get lice. In my opinion, I can see Robin cleaning her hair out before shaving it. Exactly. Like I said, my daughter did that to herself, and there was no way. She had long hair, and she's the same. She likes to be a little princess, little sassy princess. But shaving her hair was just not even an option to me. Like, I was like, well, we're just going to have to get through this with Brett's and, stuff like the headbands. I mean, it's still actually growing out, to be honest with you. But, Tortitude. Hi, welcome. I don't think I've ever seen you in here before. I don't care how Candace feels, to be honest. And as for Benny Keys trying to distance himself, saying he was some sort of double agent. He's no James Bond. He's more 00 for F's sake. Okay, I should have read that whole comment before I put it up, just for the F word in there. But this double agent stuff, this spy stuff, like, are you kidding with me? Like, you gotta be kidding, right? Like, I heard that on this live stream last night, and I was like, you guys. I don't mind people, gathering information and sharing it. But to purposely put yourself into these people's lives and get so close to them that you say that it's destroyed your own life and your mental health was affected and all these kinds of things. And then to act like you have to keep going on. No. Again, I saw Candace Bly's Cash App posted too many times in Betty's chat. And that's just a fact. That doesn't go with my liking or disliking of him. That's just a fact. And I thought somebody had a really great comment, and she is a subscriber of mine. She left this on Cher's live stream. And I am going to share my screen with you guys again so we can all look at this comment. But I thought it was a really good comment because it kind of summed it up. Towards the end, she talked about haters. And that kind of threw me off a little bit because it's kind of like, well, you guys were playing these roles and you were making people believe things that were half truths or not truths or guiding them in certain directions. And then when you decided to stop doing that, people became haters. And that's just, I feel like that's unfair. Okay. I don't know why my screen is taking so long here. All right, we're just gonna, I guess my laptop's overloaded. So I'm gonna read it out to you guys because I just thought it was a good comment. Oh, comments are turned off. It's a good thing I took a screenshot of it. That's why they weren't coming up. So yeah, I did. I took a screenshot of it because I thought it was that good of a comment. So what she said, her name is Nene. And she said this. She said, I just want to say one thing in defense of all the quote unquote YouTube haters. You guys have to understand that all we know is what we have been shown for the past 10 months. You play a part trying to make the Wells and everyone else believe that you are their BFFs and most loyal supporters, and then call us all haters because we believe it. I've seen so many different sides of Benny that I don't have any idea which one is truly him. We're only human also, and we can't switch our emotions on the drop of a dime because someone is ready to change how they're being perceived now. If Cher didn't know what to think and what was really going on, how are we supposed to? I don't think it's fair to call us haters when we are only believing what you all are trying to make us believe. And I thought that summed it up very, very well. Why is Linda being booted? Oh my gosh. Oh, because Mal's got a wrench. Yes, Mal. I did get that sorted and got you a wrench. Yeah, so, again, that comment really, I got to stop paying attention to chat. I always get off my block when I do that. But I felt that comment really did sum it up, and there were more. So, I mean, the last time I looked at it, there were other comments, but she has obviously turned the comments off. So I imagine that they were even more. But it's just true, because there was a part of Cher's live, and it was in the beginning, that she talked about, again, that she had asked Benny Keys to publicly bash her. And I was sort of, I did a head tilt to it. Jess thinks you have a real wrench, Mal. No, I do not. Linda, don't start. See, I got to ignore chat. I'm literally putting my hand up so I can't see chat right now. I'm trying to give some decent commentary here, Linda, okay, before you get me off my block. Lolo, I knew they were playing games behind the scenes. I'll be honest with you. Jay Marie knows this. I really didn't, I didn't watch Ziggy. I didn't watch Cher. When it came to the Summer Wells case, I really did. I watched a lot of Chris McDonough. I definitely watched Doug, Michelle Walking. Those were the channels that I watched the most. And I'll still stick to what I'm saying, that, in my opinion, how Chris McDonough conducted himself with the Wellses was the right way to go. Not making friends with them, not going and hanging out their house, staying at their house. Even though I will say that Shannon, the friend that befriended Candace shortly after Summer went missing, did do those things. She doesn't have a YouTube channel. I don't feel like she's trying to profit off of this in any way. And so I feel like she did have some decent information. I do not mind her. She's a person I'd actually like to talk to myself. So, but as far as isn't Shannon Andrew's cousin? She talked about that on that live stream. And I don't think so. I think she wasn't sure. I think she said this in his live stream, but I think she said they were not cousins. Good morning, Jam. Yeah, they're not. So, but yeah. It's just kind of really crazy to me. And I said this in my stream the other day that, I watched Ernie and Benny one night, and I'm sure you guys all seen this insane night as well, where Ernie goes up to deliver the pizza. Benny's watching him on a live stream. He calls the cops on him on a live stream, all this stuff. It's just, I'm watching Benny create content and then the next day talk about the content. It's like all of this content has been created by, select creators. And it's just not, I'm not buying the undercover spy stuff. I think Cher herself even, again, said on her live stream that the lines got blurred for her. That she questioned whether or not she was, am I Don's friend? That's, if you are questioning things like that, you're way too close. You're way too close. And you just, I guess in the way they could help the investigation is to, if there was talk of drugs or talk of abuse while they were FaceTiming or things like that, turning stuff like that in, I guess, as character, stuff. But other than that, it's just like Linda's saying, it's just been nothing but drama. And people, I guess it's exciting to watch at times. But truthfully, it just becomes too much. Where you're just like, I can't even deal with that nonsense right now. I just really can't. Tortitude. I really am liking you guys' names today. We really can't keep up with fallouts, makeup, fake arguments, frenemies. I stick to the same channels as you, Jess. I'm one of Doug's mods. Oh, okay, awesome. Yeah, I love Doug. I just, he makes me laugh. He talks about the case. He gets a little carried away sometimes. Oh, look, here's Google chiming in. She doesn't understand about Doug. A lot of people don't, but I do like Doug. So, I enjoy his channel. When it gets too heavy, love going into his live streams. Oh, yes. Thank you for that, Lola Rue. Dolly as well. I do enjoy Dolly. I don't think any creator is perfect. I don't think any creator is going to say or do the right thing 100% of the time. You're not. But as long as you err on the side of good, that's what's important. But playing all these games, playing games with your subscribers, playing games with suspects in cases, again, putting on some type of spy gear that you don't even own is just, that's not it. And that's the simplest way I can put it. That's not it. Yes, Jeannie. I've always liked that saying. It's very true. What a twisted tale they weave when they first practice to deceive. Yes, perfect. Mallory's saying here, sometimes I don't understand Doug either, Alexa. You know what it is. Doug's such a comedian. He really is. But he just, he gets carried away sometimes. That's all. He gets on one and he starts going. And you know what? In a weird way, I can relate to that, because if I get on one, like I like to call it, just start going, yeah, I'll start laughing at everything and carrying on and stuff like that. So I think he does the same, but I don't think that he, is in any way a bad guy or anything. Hey, Evil Exists. It's good to have you in here. It's very nice to have you in here. So we're chatting about all the drama and stuff that's been surrounding Summer's case here the past several days. I don't even know what day we're going on, because it's becoming blurry to me. So, I definitely look forward to your clip videos, because as I always say about you and Anonymous True Crime, you put it right to the point, and it's great, and we love it. And, I don't know anybody that doesn't love you guys. So, oh, I know, Mel. I know. You're one of his. Are you a mod for him? I think you are. Lisa Jones. Too much BS. I don't go on a lot of channels and even text. It's scary. You don't know who to trust or who will dox their subs. Summer deserves so much better from all of us. She absolutely does. I'm not doxing anyone. Okay, just so you guys know. I feel like I had to put that out there. So, Evil. One of the most drama-filled cases I've ever followed. I agree with you. Yeah, I think we all agree that this is a very different case. In the way that, and here's something, after watching Cher's live last night, I was like, what really brought the Wells to YouTube? Was it them? Was it the YouTubers pulling them in? Because I've heard other people that have been a part of this case that, have said that Don's phone was always going off. There were different YouTubers constantly calling him all the time. Candace is in an uproar because these women are calling him all the time. So I always, get upset with the Wellses for being all over YouTube and being ridiculous. But I'm also looking at these creators like, did you guys kind of suck them into this stuff? And then here we have this giant mess that it's so hard to keep up with. I rely heavily on channels like Evil Exists because he's so great at, putting it together in such a short, video. Love your editing as well. Oh, there's my phone going off. So, yeah, let's, whatever happened to Benny's plane? Did he have a plane? I was unaware of the plane, even though I think I do remember some talk of this. Evil Exorcised. Well, it's actually Evil Exists, Blue Eyes, but you were close. And you know what? I kind of like that name too. Evil Exorcise. That's not a bad channel name. So, Sky. I have been following the in real life community for breaks. The Andy Dick stuff is insane. Yes, Jeannie, I feel bad for Rose's kids. Again, if anybody missed it, there's a channel that's talking about Rose is still alive and she's hiding, and you guys, that there is zero proof of this. Okay, none. There's been nothing from law enforcement. There is nothing, no proof of this whatsoever. And I do think that would be pretty upsetting to her children if they were ever to watch YouTube. That, holy crap, my mom's been hiding from me this whole time. I'm not. That's just, yeah. Oh, you do? You hate exercise? Well, I think she meant exercise as in, where you like exercise like an evil demon out or something, you get it out of there. Maybe like that. So, sorry, can't see good. Evil exists. Rosemarie is still missing. That is what we need to talk about. She is not alive, living another life. Yes, thank you, Evil. Just say it outright, just like that. We definitely need to still be talking about her case or bringing it up. Not that she's this giant conspiracy theory that she knows where Summer is or is with Summer, and she's, the things we heard were just so insane. It's not cool. It's just really not. It's not good. It does her no justice. If people believe she's been found, this is exactly, again, what that investigator was talking about. And I think that extends to Rose's case as well. Detective Pruitt in Summer's case, just blankly said that this, this kind of stuff does not help. It makes a giant mess of things. Jeannie, I'll have to go and watch Share. Yes, please do. I always tell everyone, don't take my word for it. Go watch it for yourself. Sky, it was insane. They were laughing like it was funny. Well, Sky, I took it more as a reunion of sorts between Benny and Cher. But some of the things that were shared, little play on words there that I didn't mean, but the things that were shared just were just kind of head tilting. Like, what do you guys mean you were manufacturing, bashing one another, or proposing that? And what is this all about? The constant phone calls to Don and to all of this. And it just, no. Again, like I said, it's just a no. Mallory, I feel so bad for Chris and his kids. Miss Daisy kept saying that's not the real Chris, and if it was, so what? He moved on. Okay, I'm not sure what that means. Sky, my friend told me the highlights from Shares. I was hopping around. Yeah, please watch it for yourself. I have my feelings. There was a part that I watched. Let me share my screen with you guys again. We'll do this again because there was a part that I was really kind of, I didn't know how to take this. Well, I'll just play it and then you guys tell me if you think here we go.
The Halloween after Summer went missing.
Yes. So let's bring it all the way back because I don't even know if I know this. I remember the first video I ever saw of you talking about the Wells, and that's how I found you, was you were talking about Dawn Wells. And I want to go all the way back and tell me, do you remember? Well, you must remember. What were you doing? What were you wearing? Because to me, this is I'll remember that almost like 9/11. How people will remember that day, everything.
Yeah.
What?
Almost like 9/11. Meeting the Wells is almost like 9/11. Again, that was another head tilt for me because I do know that Cher is Canadian, and as an American, it was slightly offensive that comparing the Wells to 9/11. No, no, ma'am. Share that was just not a good comparison. I lived through 9/11, and that is definitely a day that I can tell you the exact time I woke up to the second tower being hit, the state that this country was in, the mindset of people. I think I talked about it in a different live stream when I went to Tennessee in the Alcatraz Museum that they have there. There's an entire hallway dedicated to 9/11. And they have pieces of the building in there. And I cannot tell you how many people I saw get emotional. I myself did a little bit. It was a very heavy space. And meeting the Wellses and this is nothing compared to that. So, I just wanted to put that out there because that's a no. So, oh, Mal, I'm really sorry to hear that. Mallory's saying that her cousin passed away in the towers. Very sorry to hear that, Mal. Oh, Sky's correcting me here. She is a dual citizen, I believe. She did live in the U.S. like last year, I believe. Okay, thank you, Sky. I did not know that. Would it be that she's more Canadian and just has citizenship to the United States, or I'm not really sure. Either way, that's kind of just a strange comparison, I thought. So, Mallory, no, only Native Americans have dual citizenship. Okay. Okay, so, what is this? Jackie McMillan. Staged is the word Cher used. I think there has been a lot of staging and acting from the players in this drama, and Tim Mullins has been the director. Tim Mullins is a very strange character to me. I don't know if he's directed the entire thing, but yeah, acting and all of that seems to have been taking place, and it's just a little disheartening for me. It just is. To hear some of the things I heard on that stream, I just sort of shook my head like, wow, you guys were manufacturing creator drama. Why? Because I thought you were covering Summer's Keys. Cher is not Native American. I have dual citizenship. Oh, okay, Mal. And she's saying she's Canadian and moved to the U.S. I thought then moved back. Oh, okay. We're not sure. Mark lives in Canada. Okay, so I think that is that her husband, I believe. Oh, she came. Okay. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I thought that they lived in Canada, were Canadian, but either way, I just that comparison just kind of struck me, and I was like, no, I that take that back, please. That wasn't really, there's something about 9/11 that I always hold, inside of me, and I guess it was just such a terrifying thing, and such a our country went into like a panic mode, and then this I feel like in my lifetime, and I'm 40, that when 9/11 happened, I really saw our country come together in a way that I've never seen before or since, and it was impactful to all of us, that were, old enough to really understand what was happening. So, it just, I would never compare meeting the Wellses or anything like that to that day. Just saying. So, but I think we are going to end this here, guys. And I hope you guys have a great day. Evil, thanks for coming in. Mal, all you guys, Sky, it was good to see all of you. Quiet Linda for once. Good to see all of you. And have a great day, guys. I will catch you guys on the next one.